Thank you. Well, actually, yesterday I was thinking that I have to do this talk, and it's kind of the 5th or the 6th time I do this talk, and it was like, wow, it's so boring. So I decided to change everything, so you don't mind. That's why I was like super, okay, change everything, but not into a non-slide thing. So why is this not working? Okay, good, because I've seen like tricky things happening with this. Anyway, yeah, it's true, I'm a hands-on guy. I prefer practice. Actually, I've been doing this Agile thing for the last 12 years of my life. And I love this. I love my work. I love what I do. But to be honest, there is something that I love more. And the other day, actually, when I was thinking about this talk, I received a message from a friend of mine with a video. And I thought, why don't I share this video with the people if I'm able to use the mouse here? Oh my God, don't tell me I can use the mouse. Technical person. Oh, thanks. But I can see here a pointer. So it's moving, but not on my desktop. It's moving there. It's trapped. Okay, good. Now it's there. Actually, I had two pointers, and it's pretty fun. All right, so this is actually what I wanted to show you guys. Let me see. Okay. Can I? Wait a second. Yeah, this is audio. Well, anyway, so this is what I do when I'm not doing Agile, right? So yes, I do love dancing. I do love dancing bachata. Nothing prepared there. No choreographies, no public, no anyone, just because I love it, right? And I've been doing this for 20 years now. This is 20 years that I dance. So how many people here like dancing? Good. Among this, how many of you that you are not like super good at dancing would like to dance like me, like I do after 20 years? Yeah, good. Amir, for example. Yeah, good. Would you like to dance like I do? Okay, good, great. Well, being drunk is not helpful for doing this, I promise you. So the girl will fall down for sure. But okay, if you want to dance like me, I have to transform you into a dancer. Yeah? So would you be willing to go through a dancer transformation? Well, you know what? If you shave your head like me, you put earrings and my shoes, you will be dancing like this. Yeah. Why? It's what is visible there. There's a bald guy doing some movement like this. You can do that. Sounds kind of weird, right? Well, so actually this is why I think it's a bad idea to talk about Agile transformations, right? To me, it's kind of goofy. Instead, I think it's very important to understand why the people are doing what they want to do. So why am I a pretty acceptable dancer, I think? Because I love it, because it's important and relevant for me. Maybe for Amir, okay, if it's for free, with no much effort, he would like to dance like me, why not, right? Sounds good, yeah? Helps on meeting girls, I promise you. It's helpful. So, but is he really willing to be 20 years practicing, going to parties, going to workshops, over and over? Maybe no, right? You prefer the beer thing. Yeah. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Well, so first thing, if we really want to change things, we need a strong reason to do that. And that reason should be relevant for the person or the system who needs to change, right? Then, to me, it makes sense. And in my experience in these 12 years doing Agile or helping organizations understanding what Agile is, most of the time, the organization don't understand why they want to do Agile. And among those that they have not a clear vision of why they want to do Agile, many of them, they want to do Agile just because they want to develop software faster. Yeah? How many of you have ever heard about this? Let's do Agile so we can develop software faster? Well, bad news, guys. There is no way in which Agile can help us developing software faster. Better have something else that can help you guys developing software faster. You want to know what it is? Yeah? Leaders are leaders of this, right? The developers drink a lot of Red Bull, they will be developing, throwing lines of code like crazy. Yeah? Well, it's true that we decide better when you do Agile, so we waste less time. So as a consequence of this approach, yes, we might go faster, but not because we do more, it's because we do less. But we are actually not thinking in those terms most of the time, because we understand that, well, this is just a method for IT, which is a commodity, to develop lines on code faster and cheaper. Yeah. So wrong purpose. If Amir wants to dance just to pick up girls in the club, sorry, Amir, you won't become a good dancer because you don't love it. Yeah. So you have to love it. The purpose should be clear and relevant for you and for the system that you're working with. So if you guys are in this stage in your organization, when you come back, please ensure that the purpose is clear and it's shared and it's relevant. Clear, share, and relevant. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Well, we have the reality versus the expectations. And we see that all the time. We see that all the time. So who doesn't want this, right? This transformation, yeah, from chubby to fit. Why not? This is for free. We've seen a lot of, these commercials late night when you come back home from the party and you're really drunk, still drunk, and you turn on the TV and you see these commercials. Okay, I'm not, it's my friends. They told me that I'm dancing, so. When they say you turn on the TV and say, okay, you're pretty chubby, or your husband is pretty chubby, but if you put the Spotify belt, you will become fitter. So, okay, kind of makes sense, but why does this guy have such arms, man? Is it from the belt? I don't really understand. Anyway, so okay, let's say you really believe that guy. You believe in the commercial that you put the Spotify belt and then you become better. You have this six-pack, super cool. So then you call the guys who are supposed to help you doing this, or even better, do this for you, right? Those guys are the transformers. They come and they transform your organization. They do it for you, right? How cool? How cool is that? The transformer come and they change the organization for you. I would pay for that. It's awesome. Okay. So jokes apart, let's put a little bit of context of what is going on, what is happening, right? Because we're really here not discovering anything new. We think we are too important. We are here, in my opinion, in the Agile community, we think that we are saving the world with Agile, right? It's something that, all the companies are going to die if they don't listen to our words that come directly from the Agile gods. Which, in my opinion, is not really true, right? It's a little bit arrogant from our side. So, The human being knows or is able to escape chaos, to escape situations in which he's never been in. We are able to survive. That's in our hypothalamus. It's there. We have that capability. If this is a fire, we escape. We don't put the eggs and fry the eggs to take a dinner later. We do escape. Yeah? If we're hungry, we do kill. If it's necessary to eat, we do kill animals. Yeah? So survival is something that we have in our human nature, and is there. And organizations too, they are able to survive, right? When a crisis happens in the organization, in any organization, the organizations are capable to do that. If it's a fire, they escape. If it's a social media boycott, they try to fight back. If this is a security attack, they try to solve the problem, right? All organizations have those problems. All organizations have been reacting to those problems in the past. Nothing new. All organizations are able to respond to the unknowable. When we started building things, when we started building shorts, building shoes, building goods, and we invented craftsmanship, right? We were already defining how to do things. Recipes, practices, best practices, best way to build something, best way to create a product. And that was there for many years, for centuries. Nothing new, right? All organizations are capable to do things that they know they work, and they can repeat those things with the time. In the first industrial revolution, we discovered that economy of scale is helpful where we want to make money. And actually, organizations are there also to make money. Nothing new about that, right? Organizations, they already care about productivity. Yeah? Nothing new. Nothing new. Organizations are able to solve engineering problems. They have engineers, they have experts, they solve those problems. Nothing new so far. It's not even new that we have a customer outside of the organization and we want to please that customer. Organizations need to be able to discover how to please the customer. Otherwise, they won't get the customer, otherwise the organization is destroyed. Yes? Nothing new. All organizations are capable to customize and prepare themselves for the needs of the customers. All organizations are able to experiment with products and services, even before Agile. Nothing new about this. Nothing new. Well, what happens in software is that we have a specific need for more customization capabilities. That is true. That is true. With software, we're telling a machine how should the machine behave so that it fulfills a customer need. And yes, organization now, as we are more based, or they are more based on software, they do need more capabilities of experimentations, more, but it's nothing new. They were already having those capabilities. So therefore, organizations, businesses, before and after, have these four capabilities. They should be able to define practices, they should be able to escape from unexpected situation, they should be able to solve engineering problems, and they should be able to understand the customers. Before and after Agile, nothing new. Nothing new. Are you with me? Okay. We're going to rename those four quadrants, so it's more easy to talk about them. On these four capabilities that, in my opinion, all organizations should have. All companies, all organizations, they need standards, they need engineering, they need experimentation, and they need resilience, capability to recover after crisis or a problem. Yeah? Otherwise, they will be destroyed. They've been doing that in the past, they will do that in the future, right? We need to be able to, again, recover after a social media attack or define something that we know it works. Have experts that define the best way to do something and explore with different products to understand more about the customers. Yeah? And actually what companies are being better at doing with the time is trying to decide what is the best way to do specific things. So when engineers understand that there is a way that always work here, we create standards. Yeah, is what engineers do. We do analysis. After analysis, we decide what is the best way to act in this such situation, and then we convert that in a standard. It is something that happens all the time. But on the other side, there are some problems that are inherently complex. So there is no way in which we can ensure that we are going to succeed. Yeah? If we are going to use a screwdriver for a screw, we know that that's the best practice, and this something that always will work. But you all guys know that everybody wants smaller phones, right? Or not? Or people prefer larger phones. It's something that you don't know. You don't know what the customer wants. In my opinion, the organization needs to be humble enough to understand that there's no repeatable way in which they can please the customers. They only can guess. So what organizations do is just this. Experiment, create a hypothesis, think I want to try this. Out of the whole things that I would try, you give it to some engineers, and the engineers implement and come back from feedback. And this is what we're trying to do with Agile, and this is something that happened also way before agility, way before agility. For years and years, organizations have been trying to put products in the market and get feedback from the customer with different speeds. Sorry guys, we're not so important. They were already doing this. And of course, organizations are capable to recover after crisis and learn after the crisis. What are the practices that will help them the next time that this crisis appears? Nothing new. Nothing new. It's true that different organizations need a different focus on specific types of practices. Not all organization needs the same level of agility. Not all organization needs the same level of experimentation, and this makes sense. Let's think, for example, about a coffee shop. Do we need to experiment every week in a coffee shop? Well, I don't really think so. They do need experimentation capabilities, for sure, but maybe not as fast as in other domains. But they need to be super good on standards, because this is what makes them strong. There are other organizations that they are strong because they are good at using this economy of scale. They're good at that, right? Do they need to experiment? Does Toyota need to develop new cars every 2 weeks? Not really. So they are successful because they have good engineering practices. And they're productive and they're efficient. They also need some experimentation capabilities, but it's not, in my opinion, what mainly sustains the business. Of course, there are other companies that in the nature of the business involve experimentation. Is this easy to lose a customer? Therefore, I need to understand frequently what the customer wants. And yes, in Spotify, we need to change feature maybe every week. And it does make sense. It does make sense for their domain because it's what makes them successful, that capability of experimentation. And there are other organizations that they are better at acting after chaos. Do they need to experiment a lot in the Red Cross? Not really. But they are better if they care about the community, they care about others, they have people with strong culture of engagement and caring about others. That's what makes them strong, not experimentation. Therefore, agility everywhere. Well, depends. And when we come to specific domains, such as banking, for example, what is happening is really simple. So banking is a domain in which they've been successful because they're good at financial engineering. And what is happening is that the speed of the customer is changing. So they need to start developing more experimentation capabilities. It's something that they were already doing. And they need our help to make it happen and progressively go to something that is more compatible with the new customer. Maybe one day Starbucks will be like that. I don't know. Or maybe Toyota one day will be like that. You can have your customized car. That's not very far. But please contextualize that and understand that we are growing capabilities at the pace that the business needs. nor at the pace that we want for the business. I'll transform Amir into a dancer. You have to dance. Imagine the Amir wives go, you have to dance, right? What is going to happen? Amir doesn't want to dance. He wants to go for beer. So exactly the same thing. So in my experience, in my opinion, we should contextualize agility. And we do need to help organizations growing capabilities in all quadrants. For many of them, it will be useful. And for some, it will be possible. When? When they care. When it's important. And our responsibility as leaders of this growth is to understand what is this vision, what is important, and if it's relevant for the organization. Well, quickly talking about social systems to contextualize about how to make this happening. So we can put this social system that I was describing this way. So the social system has a goal. All organization has a vision, a goal. And the first step, remember, is talking about that vision. Why are we here? Then a visible part, this dance that you've seen, this is the behavior. Then the geography, so who is that interaction, right? What are the human relationship? I was able to dance with that person because she also is a dancer. She also understands dancing as I understand. And for her, it's also important. That geography makes dancing be available, right? If I force a girl to dance with me that she doesn't want to dance, it's not going to be the same effect, I promise you. And I did. And below that, and even more important, is the identity. To see the effects, to have the geography available, my values should connect with this. And when we talk about that values, I think it's very important that we really understand that we're talking about identity. Okay, values, for me it's important to dance. Well, maybe if I ask you guys how many of you want to dance, I see a lot of hands up. But is dance more important for you than watching the football game? Is more important than going and drink a beer? Well, the same happened with values. If we name these 5 values of Scrum, everybody would like respect, commitment, focus. It's super nice. But if I ask, out of a list of 50 values, would you choose those 5? Would you choose focus over personal goals, or money, or honor? Well, maybe no. So this is what we mean when we say culture. It's about the identity of the collective, the identity of the group. Yeah. So if organizations are purpose, and the purpose should be clear, the why should be clear, and we've been talking that there is this why. The why of agility is we're trying to experiment, we're trying to understand the customer better. Not this, remember, no faster software. If we understand that below that there is a process, this is a behavior, but only a visible part that might help me get in there, such as Scrum, but it should be Scrum or whatever method, whatever experimentation method that will take me to that purpose. Again, if you're doing a Scrum in your organization, ensure that first you have a purpose. Ask, why are you doing a Scrum? Ask your teams. If you're a Scrum Master tomorrow, ask your team, why do you want to do Scrum? If they don't have a good reason, work on that. It should be clear. And this Scrum is available if the geography is the geography that you need. Geography is different from structure. You guys are not a team. They don't know each other. It doesn't make any sense. They are not a team. I created a fake structure of a team, but the geography is that we have 4 dots that are completely separated from each other. That's not the geography. So if you are working with teams, ensure that you build the geography of a team. I mean, the human connections are available. It's for me possible to work on a daily basis with this guy. It's more possible to talk with him, and I'm doing it. That's the difference between a geography and a structure. Are you with me? Geography and structure. You can force structure, it's easy, but it's not going to work. Yeah? It's like if you take Amir, this guy, you now have to dance. Let's try that. You have to dance. It's not going to work. They don't know each other. Oh my God, what is this? Yeah. Same. Need to generate geography. And the culture. Well, understand and honor the culture that you work in. Understand and honor the culture that you work in. And build the values that will lead you to the effect that you want to see. What are the effects that you want to see? You want to see learning, experimentation. So learning, experimentation should be important for the people. Oh, learning is good. No. Among 50 values, you will choose learning as the most important one. That's different. Create a list of values. There are a lot of online. You can get a lot of list of values. 50 of them. Share in the team. Make the team choose 5. The 5 favorite. You will see what is the culture, what is the identity. If learning is there among these first 5, then yes, you're in the right track. Yeah. If no, try to find something else. Yeah. Well, to close the circle, why I think it's important to forget about agile transformations. Well, first, because I think it's not respectful. So we're telling organizations that they're not good. So it's too bad that you don't know how to dance. Well, maybe it's not the best way to start making friends. The next one is, okay, you're selling a dream. We're going to change. I want to transform you. Into what? I don't know. Okay, let's do it. Maybe with the beer will happen, but otherwise, yeah. So we're saying we're going to transform you into something unknown. That's a bad idea. You create fear. Of course, false expectations. There are some specific things that you know they are not going to happen, right? On top of that, of course, if you hire someone, if you put a lot of money on something, on this transformation, this changing things, right? For sure you want to get the result and tell to your boss that you got the results. And that leads to this. People will be faking results. There are so many success cases out there of agile transformations with incredible results. They all have agile installed. Yeah, some organizations, they call me, can you please install agile for me? And I go there with 10 floppy disks. Right? If you want business agility, it's 15. So, okay, my perception, I believe that we should talk more about that evolution, not a revolution. It would make things easier for you guys. People will join your vision easier, understand the purpose, understand the culture where you're working, understand the geography, which is different than the structure. You fake the structure, you're not going to get the geography. And understand that the process is just the visible part. It's just behavior, not more. Then just grow experimentation capabilities. That's all. Easier, less painful. Thank you.